Hey Libra, what's up? Welcome to your reading. Sorry it's been so long. My son got out of school, and sometimes the way that my brain works is that a problem's got to be right in front of me before I solve it. So I've been working on getting him nursing because we pretty much lost all our nursing once school stopped. So we're trying to get that situated. We are in the hiring process right now. So it might be a little kind of, we'll see how it goes. I do think that I've figured out a more put together way to do these readings. So hopefully I can achieve that moving forward. I feel like it would make things just flow a little bit better than kind of going that I feel like I've been back and forth between like focusing on love and focusing on like self or soul growth or something. I just want it all to blend together. So let's see what's going on for you guys, Libra. Tell me about how Libra's person is feeling about them right now. Libra's person feeling about them right now. How is Libra's person feeling about them? Okay. How is Libra's person feeling about them right now? Okay, Libra, I'm getting that your person is like, has either witnessed you go through something, we'll clarify it, that maybe felt like a loss or a setback or something like that. But then they're seeing you like really stand strong in your energy, maybe realign to something related to like your faith or your public image or your belief systems. And then it looks like there is this moment where they're seeing it all come together. So let's get some clarity on this. Let's see what's going on with your person, Libra. We'll get your feelings and everything, how you're seeing this situation. We will get all of that as well. Okay, you might also be having difficulty getting clarity right now for whatever reason. I feel like you understand the general sense of your situation, but maybe there's other things happening here that aren't as clear for whatever reason. Maybe your person will only feel comfortable like talking until a certain point or something, or sharing. I don't know. So tell me about the King of Pentacles in the reverse for Libra's person. Okay, yeah, Four of Wands. Some of you guys could be going through like a divorce or a separation, or had some kind of an argument or a disagreement, something that separated you two for just a minute. It kind of seems like it doesn't seem like it's a continued thing for you and this person that you're asking about. Some of you guys might have a divorce or separation happening in the background, and something within that might have recently affected your ability to I guess like pursue things with this person in a kind of like healthy and hopeful and in a way that feels good. And if this is something that happened with this person, then I kind of get that it was like a blip and we're moving through it. You have the Queen of Pentacles with the Emperor. I really like that energy for you guys. Libra, your person is viewing you as someone who is really rooted in your practicality, someone who's really rooted in like the your foundation of wanting to provide for like more than just yourself. They're seeing you as someone who's very generous. I think that this means that they're seeing you as someone who is willing to protect, nurture, provide for, like be all in with them, or someone who is cultivating a long-term relationship from that, from that heart. Oh, something just flipped. The 10 of Cups. You guys got the 10 of Cups twice for their feelings for you. The Star. Okay, so how this person, I feel like this person is viewing you as kind of like a wish fulfillment for them. It does seem like they're seeing you in a light of like overcoming some kind of a challenge and being like, oh dang, that's the kind of energy that I want from my person. So whatever you're going through right now, it's like you seem to be handling it really well. You seem to have like maybe fallen off the rails in something and then got right back on, and you're kind of like chugging along to, or I guess you're marching along to the beat of your own drum now, and it feels really good and empowering that that's what you're doing. And this person, I think, sees it as pretty sexy and pretty appealing. I also get that you keep realigning your goals to, it's almost like motherhood or fatherhood, or providing for other people, providing resources for other people, committing to family, committing to family values, long-lasting relationship dynamics. Like there's a very trustworthy air about you that your person's getting from you right now, Libra. I also get that if there was a gap in clarity and communication, now it's coming back, the communication's coming back, because there seems to be some more trust in the situation. And then you got the Ace of Wands. Ooh, okay. So if this is like a new person that you're dealing with, then maybe something happened and you're kind of like getting back on track. Things are getting spicy and like in that good space again. If it's someone that you have already been dealing with for a while and you're like working on things with them, I kind of see this reignition of passion with each other, and this kind of coming back to the core values of what it is that you want to build together, and looking at the long-term value of things and like feeding into that. If this is someone that you know, but there's other things happening in the background, something that you're overcoming is helping you to have more to give to this person in terms of like passion and commitment and like that building energy. So it just looks really, it looks really good, Libra. So that's how they're seeing you. Let's see how you're seeing them. And then it's like the devil on the bottom of the deck. Okay, how is Libra viewing this person? Please and thank you. Tell me how Libra's viewing this person in Libra's life. Give me some energy on Libra's thoughts, feelings, maybe actions towards them. What's Libra feeling? Also, I don't have my headphones today, so sorry if the sound is picking up differently. I'm not really sure of the difference till I play it back, so hopefully everything is okay there. How is this person viewing Libra? Okay, I'm already getting, or sorry, okay, how is Libra viewing this person? I'm already getting that the way that you're handling this, Libra, seems to be from the air of like, here's how we can progress through this. The way that your person seems to be dealing with things is like, what's the challenge in this, and maybe getting hung up on that. That's just like a side message for some of you guys. How is Libra viewing their person? Okay, you got the Death card. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. We also have the Emperor, Aries energy there. Aquarius energy with the Star. Some Earth energy. There's a lot of things going on here. Okay, how is Libra viewing this person? Okay. Libra, I'm already getting that the way that you're viewing your person is like you've identified some kind of wounding that's already happened to them about why they might not fully understand how to move forward from whatever's going on. It does look like they might be going through a major change, or they're like that's been happening in their life, but that maybe there's not as much hope and everything that you have for your situation. Maybe this person kind of errs more on the side of like caution or the negative, or a little bit more kind of like either pessimistic, or you know what, the Queen of Swords, I told myself today, earlier today, if it came out in a reading, that to me it would mean someone who has not yet learned to see how they have changed, and how they have, like, where someone might show up really great and wonderful towards you, but then they might like hold themselves to a previous standard that didn't see them in the best light. And it's almost like they're still holding on to those concepts, trying to work through them. So maybe that's something that your person is dealing with, or that you've identified that like they're dealing with. But that I feel like you're holding down the fort for. Like, it seems like you are being very loving and generous towards this person. So that it doesn't seem like that's the problem. It just seems like maybe that's a vein here, you know? Maybe just something that you keep coming back to, where you're learning how to deal with it. Or you're learning how to maybe help them like navigate that or something. Page of Swords in the reverse. Maybe this person tends to clam up pretty easily. I wonder if they are doing a bunch of different things and like feeling exhausted. So the way that they can give to this is kind of like dependent on the other things that are going on throughout their day. Maybe they're a little bit more geared at like creating stability, or creating something that is helpful for a change that they're going through, or trying to lean into, and like they're trying to like live in the better. They're trying to accept that they deserve better or something like that. And so it's like they have to do a lot of things to make that happen. Maybe that's speaking to routine and stuff like that, but it's almost like they're trying to figure that out. So, or they're trying to like make all of those things happen, almost in that attempt to stabilize, is kind of how I'm viewing that. Maybe they're not able to talk all the time. Maybe communication is a little bit scattered. I also get that maybe you sense that they're wondering something about you. That's a side message. It's like your intuition tells you that they're wondering something about you that I'll pull clarifier on. Let me do that right now, because I'm gonna forget, and like I know myself. You might not know me, but I know me, and we really should pull that energy now. So tell me about the Page of Swords, of just like a side message of what this person wants to know about Libra, that Libra's intuition is kind of picking up on right now. I feel like they're not asking you, but you can feel exactly the question that they want to ask you about. Like they have some hesitancy. Maybe it is to do with some like, ooh, okay. I'll take it in the challenge position because it came out sideways. The Eight of Wands. Okay. You can tell that this person doesn't fully have the confidence that you want to build with them, which is kind of silly, because you're really showing that you're showing that either this is someone that you are like recommitting to kind of over and over, and like learning to work through these obstacles with. And you're showing them that you're actively showing them that this is my building energy. I'm doing it with you. To me, that indicates I'm wanting to build with you. Like that should be translated as such. I feel like that's what your message to them would be. Like, hey, Dodo, of course I want to build with you. There are maybe some Libras out there who are like kind of still looking for a person, or looking for that right connection to build with, because you have such a specific way of building these relationship dynamics and stuff. And so if you're the first one where this is a solid connection, that, or like that you're building this into a solid connection. That's your intent. That's where you feel like you're at with it right now. This person is kind of wondering, like, am I good enough? Would Libra choose me if they knew me better or something like that, you know? And it's like there's some kind of insecurity about like this person not fully trusting that you would have this passion for them, but I think you already do. If you're the Libra, if this story is yours of, wow, let's confuse our audience a little more, okay? If your story, Libra, is that you have not found a person that you want to do this with, then it's almost like, and you're talking to someone and you are not showing these qualities to them, but you are actively like building these things in your life, and somehow they would know that, or you've talked about them, or you've shared that information in some way that is like public access to them, then I get that they are kind of like, someone might not be stepping towards you because they don't think that they're like good enough for you or something. Side message for, I think maybe just a few Libras, because the rest of you guys do seem like you are dealing with one specific person and maybe someone from the past that is like done, but that's kind of the most energy I'm seeing here. If it's a new person, it's like, I don't even know if you would know this person. You know what I'm saying? They're like very much in the background. Okay, so how else is Libra seeing their person? And then we'll pull clarifying energy on this. How else is Libra seeing their person? Libra, how are you seeing your person? Some of you guys are seeing your person as like this, it's like dynamic. Part of them is just kind of innocent, like childlike. I don't know what I'm doing, but like I'm here, I'm gonna try. And the other part of them is this childlike, like rebellion, kind of a more fiery nature. There's kind of this duality where it's like some of it's innocent, like super innocent, and some of it's like really intentionally rebellious or something. That's kind of cute. We'll take it. We'll remember it for later if something comes out that like an issue is that this person's being childish. But for right now, it's coming out as like a cute quality. And then we've got the Four of Wands here. Okay, so let's clarify this because this is gonna get interesting. I'm noticing that you have the Four of Wands in the reverse, clarifying the King of Pentacles in the reverse for how they're viewing you, like you're getting out of something, and you have the Four of Pentacles. Am I saying Pentacles? Four of Wands. Sorry. Four of Wands in the reverse, clarifying the King of Pentacles in the reverse for how they're viewing your energy, meaning you're removing your energy from something that just was like kind of a bump in the road, or that's how it's looking because you're so graceful moving forward. You're viewing them as the Four of Wands in the upright though. So that makes me wonder, is this something that's patching up, or is this something that where you're wanting to commit to a different person and you've decided that, and like there's something kind of done and dusted about the past thing? Tell me about the Death card for why Libra, for how Libra is viewing this person. Oh, you got the Moon. Libra, some of you guys know that this person's going through a significant change, but there is something very mysterious about the change. It's almost like maybe you don't really know what they're changing from, or you don't really, you haven't seen that side of them for whatever reason. I kind of want one more on that because I want to be nosy for a minute, because like Scorpio energy, it just can be enticing because it's like Okay, the Six of Wands. It can be almost enticing because it holds a lot of power, but you have very few answers around it. But Scorpio knows the millions of answers within it. So, like, I feel like that's kind of how this is that this person kind of plays their cards to their chest when they're going through big changes. And you can tell they're going through a big change, but ultimately they would only speak about like the things that they're able to work through and like kind of the more positives of that. It does feel like Libra, the way that you're viewing them is by going through a change. You don't really know much about the changes. You don't really understand all the intricacies and all the details and maybe all the negatives of what's going on there, but you are seeing consistent behavior from this person, that they are overcoming challenges and that they are able to present with those and like kind of build on those in a foundation. So it does seem like it's good energy where you don't feel the need to like dig deeper into like, well, tell me more about that. And I think that the lack of confidence that you could be getting from this person is like where you could be wondering about, you know, what's that vein there, what's going on there. Like maybe there's something about your intuition that sometimes wants to know more, but then I almost feel like it backs off of that and it's like, no, this person's showing me pretty consistent behavior. Like I don't even think I need to know about that. It almost feels like you're wondering what happened in the past and then you're like letting it go if it's their story with someone else or something like that. Very specific messages for Libra today. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Tell me about why Libra is viewing their person as the Queen of Swords in the reverse, please. Why is Libra viewing their person as the Queen of Swords in the reverse? I feel like maybe we just talked about that and there's this kind of gentleness of you reapproaching the situation. Yeah. Okay. So how I'm viewing this, Libra, is that the way that you're seeing them is that they're going through these, like they're trying to let go of their past, even though you've seen them step foot into what they think is only in their future. It's like very much in their present, but it's almost like they're still accepting that. And I think how you're feeling about this is that you're trying to either give support to them to be able to do that, or encouragement of some kind, or your encouragement is to let that foundation unfold in kind of these consecutive steps and to not, you know, like knock the ladder out from under them and start asking and poking and prodding about different things. It seems like they're in a buildable energy and you can see that, and I think you're respecting that a lot. And there is something else coming through about maybe there's some times where you have questions about it, but that maybe that's some time where you pull away and kind of do something that's good for you. Let me see, clarify the Six of Pentacles that I'm picking up on here. The Hanged Man. Okay, so you guys actually have this really interesting dynamic where you are trying to move forward in this relationship by giving it grounded energy. They're trying to move forward in this relationship by like working through things in the past kind of in the background, but then presenting with like their changed energy, which is clearly substantial enough to lead with, you know? And I get that there's some moments where you're wondering about all of those details, and then it's almost like you pull away and you are questioning your own belief systems about like, why am I looking for a problem? Why do I feel the need to know more about that? Like there's something that you're catching yourself on that I feel like is really beneficial to how the situation is playing out for both of you. You're giving them space by, it's like you're correcting your own, I call it that like, like if you hand me a shovel, I'm just going to start digging. And sometimes you only need like a 1 foot hole. And sometimes I will give you the 15-foot one without even realizing what I'm doing. So it's almost like you're catching yourself on that, where you're kind of going, okay, dig. Wait a minute. What's better for my energy right now? So it does seem like you're matching each other's buildable energy by keeping things at bay that would, be destructive within this situation. Tell me about the Page of Swords in the reverse for how Libra is viewing this person. I also get that you are giving them time and space to let their story play out because you have some kind of faith or trust that it's going to get better. It's like this person's shown you something, or maybe you just are like really rooting for them. I don't know, but this person's shown you, I think, some kind of foundation within themselves that that's their potential, or that that's like what their capability is. I think it's more than potential because you seem to be really banking on it. Tell me about the Page of Swords in the reverse. You trust their changing perspectives. Like, I don't know if you witnessed it a lot or something, or if, I don't know. It's just like there's a lot of space that you hold for them to just let it click themselves. Like where you're not trying to push that. You're just trying to let it unfold, and you need to catch yourself sometimes. But I think you are doing that. Okay, so tell me about the Page of Swords in the reverse. We need this gentle energy. I'm noticing coming again. Okay, so talking. We need some gentle talking energy. I wonder if there is something that you are trying to bring up, but you're being very delicate and gentle about the way that you proceed within it because you have thought about this person's. It's like either your intentions towards them and you're trying to stay in alignment with that, or you've thought about what this person's intentions with themselves is and what might be a good encouraging energy to like maintain while you are approaching direct conversations around that. Give me one more on that, because I do feel like there's something else there that I'm not seeing. That might, is it gentle? It's gentle. It is gentle. The Seven of Wands. Oh, and that's so funny because it's almost like they're wondering, are you having the confidence to build with them, but Libra, the only way that I can really say this, I mean, the most direct way that I can say this, because this is how the energy is coming out, and I'm trying to see this card in another way, is that you know what it's going to take to want to build with them. Because there's something within yourself that you've identified that, whether it's when you talk to them, you can identify what is kind of triggered in you, or when you are talking to, when you're kind of mulling things over in your own, energy, and you're thinking about this dynamic, it's almost like you're coming to the conclusion that I think you have some kind of like either wounds that you're taking care of and kind of like nurturing before they get to this person, or you have some kind of mentality, mindset, repeated thought patterns, something where you are learning to correct those, or you are learning to stay on top of those. And so it's like before the energy gets to a point where it could be a complete misunderstanding, it's just like you're taking responsibility for something within yourself, and it's like, because there's this strong desire to build with this person, that's what seems to be leading you, is that they can see that in you and you can identify it strongly within yourself, but maybe you pull away when you feel like it's not going that way. Maybe the thing is that you pull away when you feel like it's not going that way, and you almost have like the wound that I'm picking up on for any Libras is that what could be happening is that give me a minute. when you feel like they're not reciprocating the building energy, you might want to go cold and start thinking of the worst possible outcomes or something like that. And it's like you're correcting that. You're trying to reevaluate your genuine desire within this. Your genuine, like, not let a moment of a feeling affect the entirety of what's happening here. But there is something where it's almost like you might have like your ego triggered or a wound triggered, and it's almost like when this person is doing something that triggers you in some way, or you recognize that you've been triggered, whether they meant to or not, it's almost like you might have this immediate fight or flight response to be like, well, I don't need this person. I'm building something better. Or maybe you have a sense of like, if this person's just going to breadcrumb me, then I have some things I need to think about. And like, do I want to pursue this? It's like there's a very specific trigger that's happening that I do feel like you are actively working through in this. Okay, and then tell me about, this is also a gentle energy. Like, okay, well, Two of Pentacles in the reverse and the Four of Wands in the upright. Libra, I'm kind of getting that maybe you are like not making a full decision, or you're not letting this person see your cards right now of like that. I think you either want to marry this person, you are set on recommitting to them, you are set on committing to them. Like this person kind of feels like your forever person. So I feel like with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like it's you not making a decision, or you not being direct about that you've already come to a decision. So if you're not making a decision, then I wonder if there's a reason why. Some of you guys could be involved in a different thing that you need to get like you're divorcing or something, and you need to completely be out of that. Like there's something that some of you guys could be going through. The other thing that I'm seeing is that if it's not another person, it's your own shadow side. It's like you want to be sure that you have control and clarity over what's happening, and that you're good for this person too, because I think that you think that they're really good for you. And I think that like your challenge of the thing that you overcome that's going to make you let this person know, like that's going to give you that confidence to be like, hey, I want to do this, I'm all in, is going to be that you feel like you have worked on yourself by yourself for long enough. You don't need other people to help you work on it. Like you have taken control. You have been the person who understands what the process requires and then implemented it yourself. It's like self-sufficiency, I think, is what you want in this. You're really coming through strongly as like coming through something that had you feeling so dependent on something else. Maybe that was your emotions were dependent on something else. You felt like you were being whipped around. Your resources, your finances were dependent on something else. And now you're coming through very strongly being like, I want to be independent. I want to be resourceful. I want to be set in my own. I want to be independent within myself so that I can build well with this other person, or with another person if for those of you who are single right now and are or you don't know who's looking at you right now, So let's get an oracle, and then we'll sign out here. Aww, someone's parents. Okay, there's someone's like mom here being like, I'm so freaking proud of you, Libra. There's someone there. It feels like they could be past, or it could, like there's someone, and it feels like it's a feminine influence, and they could have, it's like they're not right in front of you right now. I wonder if they had kind of a, this could sound mean. I don't want to say this about someone who's passed, but maybe they had kind of like, I don't know about like a whiny voice or like a more high pitched or like energized, chaotic voice. There's something coming through about that. But someone's coming through to be like, they've seen you in other energies, and I think that they're very proud of seeing you in this one. Like, I think that they're like, this is like, this is you building the thing that you've been wanting, which makes me feel like it's a past person, because like, or not a past person, someone who has passed, a loved one who has passed, because how would they know exactly what you want? How would they know? How would they have known what you wanted when they saw you building different energies before? And it's almost like they've passed and now they're seeing this energy and they're like, this is the closest thing to your heart. Like, this is it. So there is kind of someone coming through being like, I'm really proud of you. I'm really, it's almost like they're in awe of you because they maybe couldn't figure out how to do that themselves. Or it's like something about your desire for this and their desire for their own relationship was in a line, it was matched, but maybe you just see it coming through for you and they somehow didn't see it come through for them. I don't know. That's kind of all I'm picking up on, and then it gets fuzzy again. So that's what I've got. Okay, let's see. Progressions, journey, and then you have Pluto, rebirth on the bottom here. Okay, we'll read this and then we'll close out your reading. Oh wow, this is more towards the end. Okay. The planets continuously move through time and space. When you are born, you imprint the patterns of that moment, which are described in your natal chart, but the planets keep moving, and you also imprint the patterns they make as they progress through those first few months. These progressions sketch out the big, sweeping journey of your life. You live that pattern out at roughly the rate of a year to a day for the rest of your life. Once you're born, you can't choose the cycles you live through, but you always choose how you respond. Progressions do not speak of a passing thing, but to the big sweeping arcs of karmic fate, to your soul's journey. Your present situation may not make sense in the short term because it has more to do with big karmic patterns and how those intersect with the karmic patterns of the world's progress, and less to do with your daily existence. Stand back and look at your life's journey. Think of the years you engaged with the world and the years you needed time for more personal work. Consider making a timeline or painting this landscape to see where you are in those big sweeping patterns. This situation may feel fated, but the outcome is not predestined. Though you may feel uncomfortable, you always have a choice about how you respond and where you go. Okay, two things coming up is like, that quote where it's like, may you have the wisdom to not mismanage the very thing that you've prayed for. I think that definitely applies to some people here. The other thing that might apply is don't put all of your eggs in one basket if you don't like the basket. Like, there's something about this doing the work on yourself that's really giving you the confidence to see the situation clearly, because it's like you have this building energy. And I think that you're still on this journey to figure out like if this is the end all be all, or if your dream of building is the thing that's going to stick. Like, is it gonna be that this person can meet you again and again and again in this relationship, which is kind of exciting because it really gives us a cliffhanger for where this ends up. But it makes it, I think the goal of that is to relieve the stress of like, working on yourself so diligently that it's just for another person or the outcome of your relationship with another person. It should just be for you to enjoy those changes too. Like, don't forget to enjoy those changes too, and to reflect on those. Though you may feel uncomfortable, you always have a choice about how you respond and where you go. To help guide you in the moment, consider where you would like to be at the end of your life, a far distant point, and look back. Let this future become your lighthouse to guide you. Even though you may have to go around the rocks and work with the tides, let your lighthouse guide you. This is not a small obstacle or opportunity. This is part of a complex pattern. Every choice you make changes how it unfolds. The gift is one line, and normally it's at least 3 or 4. Trust the tides and set your own sails. There's so much freedom for you here. I love that, Libra. That's where I'm going to end your reading. Scorpio's up next. I don't know when I'm going to get to it. My goal is within a few days, but I think it's been a few weeks since I last posted. So I will try to keep you guys updated on the community board. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you in another reading. Bye, guys.